and in the red. So Ty Dillon is going to end up 28 in round one, and so he will not advance into the second round.
Well, Rick qualifying is important, and why? Prime real estate. Everyone is trying to sit in the front row. The pole sitter will get to sit or pit right next to me. The first pit stall available, a huge advantage when you're calling a race.
Test drive the all-new BMW M5 at your local BMW Center.
Collector Car Enthusiast 3-day auction, July 26th through 28th. 650 classic and muscle cars, over 100 no reserve. GAA Classic Cars auction in Greensboro, North Carolina, July 26th through 28th. GAAClassicCars.com for details.
Crab Fest is back at Red Lobster. Discover our largest variety of crab and crab dishes all year, like new Crab Fest Combo. Your one chance to have new jumbo snow crab with tender Dungeness crab. Or try Crab Lover's Dream, sweet, juicy king crab and jumbo snow crab cozied up with crab linguine Alfredo. Even our shrimp is crab top. So hurry in and get your butter Dunkin' game on, because Crab Fest will be gone in a snap. And now bring home the seafood you crave with Red Lobster to go. Call or order online today.
There's one thing you should know first. I don't know who I'd be without my family. I'm coming for you.
Skyscraper, PG-13.
There's a lot of corners in racing that get talked about. Turn 3 at Kentucky does not get talked about near enough.
Turn 3, man. Make you lose sleep at night. It is tough, man.
The Rock the Lot Super Sale is here, only at Camping World of Tampa, July 12th through July 22nd. Every unit on our lot is priced to sell now. Hit the road in a new travel trailer starting only $99 per month. Shop over 500 units in stock at America's #1 RV dealer. And save thousands with up to 44% off select models. Don't miss the unbelievable savings at the Rock the Lot Super Sale, July 12th through July 22nd, only at Camping World of Tampa in Dover.
Your fleet is your family, and every family needs a family bunker. On-site Fleet Services in Florida is your 24-hour mobile truck repair service. Through our telematics, GPS, and diagnostic capabilities, we know where your truck is, when it needs service, and what is going on in a breakdown, allowing us to be there for support 24/7, 365. Telematics is included as part of our maintenance and service package, no cost to you. Find out more. On-site Fleet Services in Florida. Call or click today.
The NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series will be at New Hampshire Motor Speedway next weekend. It's always one of New England's biggest summer parties, and kids tickets, that's age 12 and under, you get tickets for just $10. All you have to do, visit NASCAR.com/tickets to purchase your tickets today. Want to take a look at the guys who qualify 25th to 39th. Those are the ones that will not advance into round 2. Bubba Wallace close, but that 25th spot, and then there were 4 drivers who didn't get out onto the track for a qualifying effort. Want to go down to Marty Snyder? He's got a guy who's very familiar with horsepower, but maybe of a different sort.
That would be Steve Cawthon, who became the youngest jockey in 1978 to ever win the Triple Crown with Affirmed, and pretty cool stuff here. Horsepower of a different kind, but you've been to a few NASCAR races. What are your thoughts on this kind of horsepower?
You know, it's exciting. I was just talking with Kyle Petty, who I, really have met for the first time. And, it's just, when you think about horse racing and car racing, a lot of the things are similar. But he said something that was, really interesting to me. He said, horses are like drivers. He says, you can't see on the inside how big their heart is. And, the ones with the big hearts are the ones that win, and it's really true.
That's very true. So I want to talk to you about another horse with a big heart, Justified, and what he's done this year. What's impressed you most about what he was able to pull off in the Triple Crown?
It's just amazing that, when you think that he had 6 races in 5 months. That's like a jam-packed, education. So he's obviously a natural, and he's a big, gorgeous horse. He obviously, wants to do it. He's talented beyond, it's hard to believe how good he might actually end up being, because now he's going to have a rest. And if he, as everything goes, well to his next race, he might win by, like Secretariat kind of margin. He's just a very impressive horse.
You have a very unique perspective because you're from Covington, Kentucky. You're from near where the racetrack is. So what has this racetrack done for the local economy and then just the local area here?
Oh, it's been fantastic. I mean, I just, Jerry Carroll, had the vision. It's hard to. I remember when Jerry first said he was going to try to do this, and I thought it was just unfathomable to try to pull it off. This was mountainous, kind of terrain here. They moved a moon full of dirt to get this, set up. And, as far as the economy, it's great. I think there's fans from all the surrounding states that love to come here. NASCAR's, a great thing. I'm just really learning more about it. When you actually listen to the car, the drivers on the headphones, it's exciting.
Not every day you get to hang out with a Triple Crown winner. Pretty cool, Rick.
Very few have that opportunity. There he is, Steve Compton, winning the Triple Crown on top of the firm. And remember, 2 years earlier, he started his jockeying career where he finished last aboard King of SWAT and then came on to be the youngest ever Triple Crown winner. Look at this, KP with a little selfie.
Hi.
How was your day?
It's good. It's locked.
Let's fix it. Play Connection by One Republic.
These my waves get lost in the ocean. 7 billion swimmers, man, I'm going through the motions. Up a fair, need love and devotion. Trading for some faces that I'll never know. Notion.
I am the DQ Summer Blizzard menu with flavors like Twix and cotton candy. I am one reason summer nights were invented. The other reason? Convertibles. Because I'm not fast food. I am fan food. Collector Car Enthusiast 3-day auction, July 26th through 28th. 650 classic and muscle cars, over 100 no reserve. GAA Classic Cars auction in Greensboro, North Carolina, July 26th through 28th. GAAClassicCars.com for details.
Find the remote yet?
Nah. Oh, hey, look, your little portable CD player.
Oh, wow.
Hey, my eyes go right there.
Oh, don't.
What?
It's early 90s sitcom star Dave Coulier.
Cut it out! What year is it?
As long as stuff gets lost on the couch, you can count on Geico saving folks money. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I am the DQ Summer Blizzard menu with flavors like Twix and cotton candy. I am one reason summer nights were invented. The other reason? Convertibles. Because I'm not fast food. I am fan food.
Round 2 just getting underway, and Kyle Larson, the first one that will take time. He is on the clock right now. Going through that tricky 3 and 4.
I know it's hard to tell. He is really sawing the wheel right there, trying to get the right rear to hook up. A lot of movement there. 29 flat.
Probably be disappointed with a 29 flat.
Yeah, he's probably looking to get into the 7s. We obviously had guys in the 7s in the first round and then practice over today.
There's a 7. 28.79 from Blaney. Eric Jones outdoes it with a 28.76. Keselowski turning in the green when he started his lap. Alex Bowman out there also was in the green until he worked his way through 1 and 2. Now he's fighting back.
It's a great lap. backs up turn 3. I don't know if he'll be able to get back to the throttle and take advantage of the exit.
Kozlowski close. Yes, sure enough. 28.75. And then Bowman, 28.97.
Also Dillon. Up to 4th there that lap. 85, 82. There you go.
57. Martin Truex Jr.
First 50. I thought we would see them get down into the 50s because this, the track's going to speed up throughout the day. Surprised by the first round speeds. The Truex goes out there and gets a 28.57.
So now they're fighting to stay in the top 12. Baker stayed in the 21. Paul Menard. Last mile and a half track in Chicago, he won the pole. It was only his second career pole, and his first one 10 years earlier. Joe Logano. Logano on the clock now. And Truex again. I think we can talk enough about how big of a lap that was. 28.57.
He ran a 28.92 in the first round, so this is anybody's opportunity today to get the pole position. It really comes down to trying to get into turn 3 and get to the throttle without having to chase them back up the racetrack. And Truex, he locked that car down and in between rounds made some great adjustments.
So now Logano is 12th and a 29.33. That's not going to hold up.
Yeah, I mean, anything outside in the 29s I'd be nervous about.
Morning.
And Logano, the slowest of the cars that have run, actually, Rick. And he said in the first run he was so loose going into 3, he called it a 2+ loose on the scale of 1 to 5. And then he said in that last run about wrecking going into turn 3. Junior, I can't imagine being that loose going into that flat turn 3 corner here at Kentucky.
Yeah, it's frustrating because as a driver, you dial speed into the cars for qualifying. You put tape on the grill, and all those things should really lock the car down. And you see guys like Truex go out there and run a 28.5, and you run a 28 or 29.3. That's really frustrating as a driver because you know that your team and you have the potential to do so much better. And qualifying just set this thing up to fly for one lap, and when it's that far off, you're scratching your head.
We talked about how important qualifying is here. 4 of the last 7 race winners have come from the front row. Boyer trending in the green, and that's compared to Truex. Now working through 3 and 4, he loses it. And 41 just behind him, Kurt Busch. Kelly.
And Kurt Busch's biggest concern in his run in the first round of qualifying is the gear. It kept popping in and out of gear. He said, we're going to have to fix that. We're not going to be able to make a pit stop like that. So maybe not a big issue for qualifying, but something they'll need to address before the race tomorrow night.
Of the 24 have been on the clock. Kyle Busch goes out and runs 28.66 to slot himself second.
Great lap by Eric on third at 28.70. See, he ran a 28.93 in the first round. So these guys are finding that speed, getting that second. This is a second run for all these guys, and they all know their tires are going to be much more comfortable after that first cycle.
Dan, you continue to mention how, the tires don't lose grip like they did the last mile and a half in Chicago. And here in Kentucky, because of the surface and the tire combination, they actually gain a little bit of grip as they get temperature, perhaps improving for the second and third run. I think that makes it very stressful currently for Suarez, Menard, Blaney, and Harvick, because while they currently sit inside the top 12, anyone below them, not to mention Stenhouse, McDowell, tens of the cars that haven't run, even Elliott, Bowman, Byron, those other cars outside the top 12 have the ability to go out and run faster. So the question is, do you get on the racetrack with 3 minutes left, or do you wait to see if your time holds up?
Yeah, you're talking about Chicago. We saw in this, this racetrack here during practice and maybe during the races here at Xfinity race and the Cup race, we may see a half a second of fall off over a 15-lap period. We see that one lap in Chicago. So tires here, they're gonna hold their speed for at least 4 or 5 laps. And that's why these guys are able to go out there and just keep getting faster and faster.
Busher, Stenhouse Jr., and Mike McDowell still have to take a lap in this round, and now 2.5 minutes remain. So those that are below 12 right now, as we're comparing everyone to Suarez, those below 12 are going to want to get out on the track if they want to get into that top 12, but they're going to have to do it fairly quickly because just about 2 minutes to go in this round.
Several guys pulling out on the racetrack. William Byron is out on the track to try another lap.
Busher in his lap goes 17th quickest, so not inside the top 12. We saw Larson was the first car out earlier.
He's back on the track for another run. It's a green flag. He's getting right there. He's got good speed there. Had to lift just a second, cost her a little bit of time off of turn 2. A little wide there, still potential here. If he can get off of turn 4.
10th of a second, the wrong direction for Larson.
Shea Byron, McBurn, all these guys not able to run that lap that they need. Suarez made a guarantee a couple weeks ago that he was going to make the playoffs. It's a small victory to make the top 12 of the final round. These are the type of things that can give some confidence in that team.
And Dale, here's the tough part. Daniel Suarez just now rolling. They sat here until just now, and they said, listen, if we're going to go, we got to go. So that's the dilemma, right? You're sitting there right at the cut line. You see the clock ticking down. You don't want to waste more time on your tires, but they decided to roll to at least the end of pit road and see if they need to get a lap in here. Stenhouse right now is going to begin the green, Rick.
We'll see if he can hang on to it. He's the only one who's really challenged Suarez's time. Even Chase Elliott, he's second off, so he'll back out. But Stenhouse Jr., again, through 3 and 4, lost all that time.
Not quite enough, though. Oh, man. They bump down the apron. They come across the front straightaway right here. You'll see Dylan misses it, but there's a huge bump right below the start-finish line. It's going to be fun watching the guys do that during the race.
And so as the final 5 seconds clicking off, Logano's on the track.
Suarez is running a competitive lap. You can see he's finally off the gas as you see the time on his time difference drop. But he ran a full 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 on his tires, so I doubt that'll be a big difference. I don't think that's going to bother him in this final round, but the fact is the heat in those tires is going to be there. It's not really the laps as much as the heat. These other guys that are in the garage that have ran already have stayed in the garage or stayed in the pits to cool their tires, and he's going to have a little more heat there.
But Suarez does make it into the top 12. Martin Truex Jr. was fastest in round 2. Can he back it up in round 3? That's coming up next.
Hey, Dad, what are you doing?
Kevin here says Mobile One annual protection is proven to protect for 20,000 miles.
It'll save you a lot of time.
And what do I always say about time?
Well, you say there's not enough time in the day, and then you sigh loudly, and then you say your shins hurt. Hey, with all this extra time...
Sorry, buddy. Kevin and I have a tea time at 11. 20,000 miles between oil changes guaranteed. Mobile One annual protection. Available at these locations.
At Burger King, get 2 of these delicious sandwiches for just $6. Like our flame grilled Whopper, made with 100% beef. Mix and match a Whopper with a crispy chicken or spicy crispy chicken. It's the 2 for $6 mix and match deal, only at Burger King.
We know every fork in the trail leads to a new adventure. We know the great outdoors. We love the great outdoors. Make this summer last during Family Summer Camp at Bass Pro Shops in Cabela's. Plus, get great deals on great gear, like select ladies' shorts and tops starting at under $15. and save 25% on all in-stock towables. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here.
Do we really have to choose him to be our next spokesperson?
He's so boring.
Sounds like you're on the fence. Why don't I just leave you my resume? Yes, it's laminated.
No.
You're hired. Try caramel M&Ms.
Ow.
This is your wake-up call. If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis, month after month, the clock is ticking on irreversible joint damage. Ongoing pain and stiffness are signs of joint erosion. Humira can help stop the clock. Prescribed for 15 years, Humira targets and blocks a source of inflammation that contributes to joint pain and irreversible damage.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Help stop the clock on further irreversible joint damage. Talk to your rheumatologist. Right here, right now. Humira.
One round remaining in NASCAR Energy Cup Series qualifying from Kentucky Speedway. And one way to accent what you're watching, the NBC Sports app. Catch all of the action. NASCAR on NBC with the app. Closer with all the camera angles, driver stats, track information, anytime, anywhere. So after round 2, 13 through 24, those positions are locked in. Austin Dillon will be 13th, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. will start 14th after he climbed out of his car in round 2. He actually walked over and leaned into the window of the 18. There he is. And we know that Kyle had some harsh words for him earlier. Looks like he's listening now as Ricky's going to talk with him. And so he had some words with Kyle Busch, and then as he walked away, Marty Snyder caught up with him.
Well, let's check qualifying first, Rick, with Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And boy, it looked green all the way into 3. Is that where you lost your time?
Yeah, we did. In practice, my qualifying run felt really, really good in our 5th, 3rd, 4th. Just, I went out the first round and we were really loose, so I had to make a second run there in first round, which I felt like may have hurt us a little bit. I'd have liked to have ran that one and then gone out early in the second round so that if we needed to run 2 in the second round, we could. But I was glad of the pickup. We ran at 29:20 to start qualifying. We ran at 85 there at the end. So good qualifying result. We got to make it a little bit better in race trim, though.
You and I talked earlier today, and you said, I did with the Kyle Busch comments, you said, I really don't care what Kyle thinks. We saw you after you got out of your car. You went over to chat with him. A change of heart perhaps, or did you feel like you needed to say something?
Nah, not really a change of heart. I just told him why I didn't reach out. I felt like he ran his mouth enough on his radio and then after the race that I didn't really have anything to say to him. And, I honestly feel like, that I normally do reach out to people when I make mistakes, and I clearly made a mistake, but, with him running his mouth, I just felt like I don't really need to call him. So I just let him know that, and I told him that, I was like, hey, you're right, you do run a lot further up front, but I was like, pick and choose your battles wisely, because, you will have to deal with me sometime, whether you're lapping me or we get our cars better and we're up there racing with you. So I told him if you want to keep running his mouth, he'd come over, do it around me, and I'll stop it for me, for myself. So.
From your end, is it over?
Yeah, I'm fine. But if he wants to keep running his mouth, he can come over and do it to me.
There you go. Some obviously strong words from Ricky Stenhouse after Kyle Busch's strong words earlier today, Dale.
Holy moly.
And you thought I just was asking for his phone number.
This is fun up here.
Things have escalated.
Right there, man. That's some good stuff. Good sound bites today.
That is the way the communication has gone between the two drivers.
drive the all-new BMW M5 at your local BMW center.
Do we really have to choose him to be our next spokesperson?
He's so boring.
Sounds like you're on the fence. Why don't I just leave you my resume? Yes, it's laminated.
You're hired. Try caramel M&Ms.
Ow!
Best Western rewards you in a flash. With a $20 Best Western gift card after your first day. Book now at bestwestern.com.
And if you don't mind, talk to me, say. Nothing gets a family's full attention like my freshly prepared chicken. The delicious KFC $20 fill-up with 8 pieces of extra crispy chicken and sides will surely get your kids off their phones. And they may even look at you, their loving parents. KFC, that's finger looking good.
Now, you know Checkers and Rallies is a home of the two for men. They got something to fit whatever you got in your wallet. Choose 2 items for $5, 2 items for $4, 2 for $3. Plus now you can get 2 items for $2. Get this checker burger with cheese, fully loaded. Or a spicy chicken sandwich with the right amount of seasoning and spices. Spicy chicken done right. Pick 2 or mix and match. This deal can't be beat. Checkers and Rallies. Fast foodies know the deal.
I knew I was signing up for any of the consequences.
I got medically discharged in 2001. 2 vets, one helping the other. He works for Paralyzed Veterans of America. Our training is to better the veteran.
First thing you gotta ask me before you even ask my name was would I be taken care of as a veteran?
Changing lives, building futures. Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Round 3 is underway. You see the clock ticking down, and the first car that is going to go out on the track will be the 2 of Brad Keselowski. It looks like a lot of the 12 that are in this final round are waiting patiently. Maybe a little more shade on the racetrack in the 4 minutes that they have remaining in this round.
A little more shade into turn 1. It's about all I see. It's going to give you a little confidence. Maybe you get the car down in that corner a little deeper. Keselowski run a 75 on the second round. I think it's going to take about a 65 to get the pole.
We'll see how close you are. We're judging your prediction skills now. What do you predict Kyle Busch does?
Yeah.
How does the communication between Ricky Stenhouse?
If that's really what Ricky said to him, it's either going to make him go faster or slower, 1 of the 2. He's going to be mad.
So Brad goes out, runs a 28.66. Now that's pretty close to your number.
That is close to my number, and I don't think Brad is going to get the pole. So I think my number's off.
Might be a little high.
Unless that ends up becoming the pole. But that's a good lap. I mean, you want to progress to get better every round. It's hard to do everywhere we go is to get faster and faster each round, and Brad's done that by 10 each round he's been in.
We'll see if Kurt Busch can improve upon what he did in the second round. Right now, trending in the green until he gets into 2, and then as soon as he was in 2, he lost all of that speed that he had. And now going the wrong direction. Marty.
Rick, I agree with Junior. I think your number might be a little bit off, bud, because Brad came on the radio almost immediately when he finished the lap and told Joey Meyer, his spotter, yep, we're going to have to do that one again, so let's cool it down immediately.
Wow. Well, the record here is a 37, a 28.37. And I don't see them guys getting down. I think a 66 is a great lap. Definitely top 5.
Well, Kurt Busch couldn't outdo it. 28.78 for Kurt Busch. Ryan Newman's on the clock. Harvick's on the clock.
Yeah, Kurt ran exactly the same lap he ran in the second round.
Boyer in the green to start his lap. We've seen it out of a few drivers. He stays green.
Here comes Harvick. Good exit off 4. Looks like he's going to take away that top spot.
Sure enough, Harvick. 28.64.
Now that puts Boyer up against Harvick.
How about Blaney? Boyer in the red, Blaney in the green.
Yeah, Blaney's exiting turn 4, but he's a little bit of time there.
Lost a lot coming out of turn 4 for Blaney. And that'll slide him into the 3rd spot now.
Well, that 65 is looking good.
He's a 100th of a second off right now. What is Kyle Busch going to do?
You think he's got a little bit of what Ricky said in his mind? I don't think so. A veteran driver can usually shake that right off, and I don't think he really probably ain't really listening to Ricky too much, or too intently at least.
3rd quickest for Kyle Busch, a 28.69. A good lap.
Yeah.
Very good lap.
A young driver, though, if that situation's happening on pit road right before they go run that final round, it could definitely affect their psyche.
Martin Truex Jr.
There you go.
28.58. Was able to back up when he ran in round 2. Eric Jones, 28.61. 2nd quickest. Eric Almirola on the clock.
Speed into one's good. He had a good exit off turn 4.
Paul Menard and Daniel Suarez, also the only drivers that hadn't got a time yet, and they're on the clock as well as the actual official clock is winding down. Just 5 seconds remaining in round 3.
Keselowski's back out there. I didn't think they would be able to get back out there in a little bit of time they had to cool the engine down.
Keselowski trying a second run. This lap will count, but
oh man,
he's pretty close.
Too bad. I think with this short, getting back out on the track so quickly after making a run with the heat in the tires, it's so hard to be able to back up what you ran. But
he runs just a little bit slower. 28.71 to a 28.66, his first time out. Martin Truex Jr. goes out 28.58 and gets his 19th career pole. First time he's won the pole here at Kentucky, but if you remember, it was Martin Truex Jr. who dominated this race a year ago. And now Martin Truex Jr. will start from the number 1 position. I'm sure that Cole Pern's going to choose that number 1 pit stall that'll be right next to Steve Letarte down there in the Peacock pit box. How difficult is it to run that type of a lap and then back it up a round later?
yeah, you got to have a comfortable car. I mean, Martin had amazing speed in round 2. Great speed, pole-winning speed. That gives him so much confidence when he comes into the 3rd and final round to trust what the car is capable of doing and go out there and back it all up. Yeah, Martin.
Well, let's grab Martin Truex Jr. talking to Jeff Curtis, his engineer, as he's trying to describe the car. There was a lot of handshaking there for a guy who won the pole as you were describing the car.
It's turn 3, man. Sucker will get you every time. So it's to go faster, you got to put it on the edge, and it's I'm talking a half of a mile an hour going into 3 from over-rolling the speed and just missing the bottom. So it's a treacherous corner, but it's a lot of fun when you get it right. And the guys did an awesome job today on this Auto Owners Toyota, and just thanks to everybody back in Michigan and Auto Owners for their support, and hopefully we'll give them a heck of a run tomorrow night.
What does it say about this team? Because normally you're a race team that spends a lot of time on qualifying trim. You guys barely spent any time today in qualifying trim and worked on race trim the entire time.
Yeah, we did race trim the whole time, and honestly, our qualifying run, we only got 1 right at the end of practice, and it wasn't very good. We had traffic, and I just completely underdrove the car, so we really had to guess quite a bit on the setup for here. The first round I was a little bit off, and then some of it was driver, some of it was car, and we just like we always do, we put our heads together and came up with a plan, and we stepped it up. So it feels good, and thanks to everybody at Toyota and TRD, and starting up front is key. So first pit stall will be good for here, and hopefully we can back up what we did last year tomorrow night. It's gonna be tough, but it's gonna be fun.
Hey Rick, when you're guessing at the setup for qualifying and you're on the pole, it's a pretty good day, isn't it?
That was a good guess as far as what Cole Pern, Martin Truex Jr. were able to do. What they have done is they won the pole for tomorrow's race. Tomorrow night under the lights from Kentucky. Race starting at 7:30 on NBC SN. The telecast presented by Toyota. Looking forward to that. And now the added intrigue to the weekend. Kyle Busch making some comments earlier about the fact that Ricky Stenhouse Jr. hadn't reached out to him. Here's what he had to say in the media center earlier today. Did Ricky Stenhouse Jr. reach out to you this week? If so, did you communicate? And if so, was it worthwhile or a waste of time?
He did not reach out. I am disappointed that he did not.
Why?
He wiped out half the field. I'm pretty sure there would be a pretty busy Monday for him, but there wasn't. So apparently he just doesn't care.
So does that change how you race him?
I can't worry about people that far back in the field.
So those comments were earlier today. Then, between round 2 and round 3, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. actually went up to Kyle Busch, who was sitting in his car waiting to go out for round 3, and had some words with Kyle Busch. We weren't sure what those words were, so Marty Snyder caught up with Ricky after that conversation, and this is what he had to say.
I felt like he ran his mouth enough on his radio and then after the race that I didn't really have anything to say to him. And, I honestly feel like, that I normally do reach out to people when I make mistakes. And I clearly made a mistake. But, with him running his mouth, I just felt like I don't really need to call him. So I just let him know that. I told him that, I was like, hey, you're right. You do run a lot further up front, but I was like, pick and choose your battles wisely because, you will have to deal with me sometime, whether you're lapping me or we get our cars better and we're up there racing with you. So I told him if you want to keep running his mouth, he'd come over and do it around me and I'll stop it for me. Yeah.
Okay, Junior, how about this? Is Joey Logano now no longer Kyle Busch's nemesis as far as on the racetrack?
Well, I don't think this is going to be a long-term feud, but something we definitely thought was over. And just in this little bit of a qualifying session here, in the conversation that that Kyle's had earlier today, this is definitely a hot topic right now, and something that we'll be talking about tomorrow for sure. And the fans are certainly talking about it on social media. So again, if these guys don't run tight and battle for position on the racetrack that often, which would be a whole lot better story. But like Stenhouse said, he can make it difficult on Kyle if he wants to, if Kyle wants to make it difficult on Ricky. So they should probably get on the phone or get together in the bus line and try to squash it, but hopefully they don't.
It makes for very interesting fodder that we will be able to talk about for a while. Countdown to Greens coming up next. Xfinity Series.
Crab Fest is back at Red Lobster. Discover our largest variety of crab and crab dishes all year, like new Crab Fest combo. Your one chance to have new jumbos and a crab contender dungeon. Or try Crab Lover's Dream.
And that's Xfinity Series qualifying. Thank you guys for coming. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay super, and goodbye. See you guys later.
So this is it.